Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We're in the Palace of Auburn Hills. The Pistons are playing before their hometown crowd here in the Detroit area. So Detroit will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Toronto right now, Damari Carroll is out there with the bulldozer. Then there's Mr. Moves. Then there's Dragic, and it's Fields in at the small forward position. Here's Smith, and the layup is good.
A good play to get things started here.
Steve, always nice to get the first points up on the board. At least I felt that way. One of the problems for the Pistons last year was they seemed to collapse late in games. I mean, just found a lot of opportunities that went awry due to poor performances in the fourth quarter.
And that one's good. Moncrief El-Cid with it. Into Smith. And the layup's good off the glass.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Outside Dragic. Pass to Fields. There's a screen. Here's Mr. Moves. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
I'll tell you what, the post solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Here's Mr. Moves. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in.
Dragic created the space for that shot with a solid screen.
The Pistons have gotten their first three shots to go in for them to start off this game. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter basketball. Screen by Smith. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Dragic. Pass to Mr. Moves. It's Fields on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Moncrief the pass to Grant. Back to Moncrief. The Pistons working the ball around now. Grant outside. It's Moncrief on the wing. Puts one up from 19. Good on the shot. Moncrief's got his first 2 points.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively they look great.
Fields a screen on Moncrief. Over to the left wing. Throws it up high. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Pistons leading by 4. Now here's Jennings. And here's Moncrief. Fires from deep. The shot, no good.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Here's Mr. Moves. He feeds it to Fields. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the bulldozer, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Now Moncrief into Smith, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Toronto with the ball, trailing by 2. Dragic kicks to Carroll, and it's stolen by Moncrief. There's the dish to Smith. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 8.
He has not missed yet. 4 for 4 in this first quarter.
Setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Here's Mr. Moves. They set the pick. It's Fields on the wing. And there's the pass to the bulldozer. Right side Dragic. 4 on the clock. Nice shot from the wing. The Pistons have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Moncrief dishes to Smith. Fades and shoots. And Detroit again with the bucket.
This shot is looking really good here in the first.
Sure is, Clark, and he's nailing everything. 5 for 5 already.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
You know, the Toronto Raptors found themselves in an interesting position last season. A new front office. They were looking to hit the reset button, and so they trade away Rudy Gay and Andrea Bargnani, and the team actually played better than ever.
Raptors trail by 4. Outside Dragic. Here's the screen. Shot from 12 and blocked. They get it back. Moncrief El Cid with it. Grant outside. Dishes it to Smith. No good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. And for the Raptors, they would have loved to have drafted hometown prospect Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, especially with the Raptors' history of losing their star players, whether Vince Carter or Chris Bosh. He's a player who wanted to play for the Raptors, but the odds were always against that. In the end, they did what they were supposed to do, and that's win games.
Moncrief against Dragic. Lets it fly. Moncrief's shot is off.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Fields the pass to Mr. Moves. Moncrief against Dragic. 6 to shoot. 11 feet away. Bank shot. No good.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
The drive by Jennings. Up and in on the layup. Raptors trail by 4. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Moncrief. Another miss by Moncrief.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Dragic kicks to Carroll. Now here is Fields to the left side wing. Dragic left side. Hits the target from 18 feet. Dragic has got 6. The Pistons have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Both teams will make substitutions. And so it's Detroit with the ball. And here is Joseph. Here's Grant. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Outside, Lynn feeds to Patterson. To the inside. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
The offense just getting right to the rim. At least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pistons.
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Pistons ended near the bottom of the East, guys, again, but still certainly a ways to go.
Well, a lot of their struggles, Kevin, came from just their inability to close out games against the rest of the conference.
Here's Sigler, and there's a nice one-handed slam. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
Lynn, right through the D for the layup.
For the Pistons last year, they finished with a 23-29 record against the East. And for the last number of years, they just haven't quite been able to figure out how to take that next step forward.
Now Grant. The feed to Meeks. Shot clock at 5. The 19-foot shot. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Austin Day, he's checked in for Grant.
Austin Day.
Toronto trailing. Outside, Lynn. 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Day, drains the jumper to finish the break. Day's got his first points of the game.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that. Well, the Pistons made some moves, but they really just seem to be keeping pace with the rest of the East. I think they have to be patient and allow this young talent to blossom, and they'll have a chance to move up.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Well, you got to time up the clock. It's easier said than done, but you got to execute your offense on that first possession.
Here's Meeks. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Clock at 6. Here's Joseph. And too long on the shot.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
And he gets it to go.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Raptors lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here. Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing, in your opinion?
A lot of hard work being put in on the glass. This is a very physical team. They're doing a nice job in the paint.
Yeah, and I think they're doing a good job gang rebounding, too, Steve. Everybody's boxing out down there.
As if I was slick Rick, my aim is still an issue. Lose your soul in whichever palm I'm holding. Wanna leave you frozen, I'm up and nodding, dozing, I'm grinding, Jack.
Raptors with the lead. Corey Joseph is out there with Jody Meeks. Then it's Kyle Singley. Then there's Austin Day. And it's Olynyk in at the 5. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Joseph, looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Meeks, buried from 15 feet out. Meeks got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Pistons. The Raptors shooting is beautiful right now, 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it.
Jody Meeks, a 6'4" shooting specialist, a starter last season with the Lakers. You know, he had his best year of his career. Very effective in what became a larger role for him offensively with LA.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Jeremy Lin knows that an awful lot is expected of him. He said, I'm very young in my career, and because the expectations of Linsanity are so big and the shadow is so large, sometimes I have to take a step back and remind myself the journey has just begun. It can be hard to keep things in perspective, but gentlemen, he's trying to stay grounded.
And nobody certainly will ever forget Linsanity, but it would be asking, I think, too much for Lin to be in that zone all the time. Thank you, Doris. And Meeks with his best season last year, but still probably best suited to a reserve role.
Yeah, I think that's the case. He can shoot it. He competes at the defensive end. He's smart. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's not going to give you rebounding and playmaking, but what he gives you is pretty good.
Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Lin dishes to Sullinger, and that one is hammered home. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Here's Meeks. The Raptors getting the bucket. Another shot, and the basket by Olynyk.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Raptors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And the Raptors call time here. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during the season. If you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker. You don't recover as fast. And that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Outside, Dragic. Passes to Mr. Moves. Here's the bulldozer. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He wants them running a disciplined, organized offense with an emphasis on setting screens and creating open shots on the floor for their shooters. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Good. Jennings has got his second bucket of the game to go.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Dragic against Moncrief. Pass to Mr. Moves. From past the arc. No luck. Now the Pistons take it the other way. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Moncrief's shot is off.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Now here's Dragic. He has 6. He dishes it to Fields. Here's the bulldozer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, no good by Toronto. Well, the Toronto Raptors guys looking at a rebrand for a team starting next season to celebrate their 20th anniversary in the league. Boy, time flies. New colors, Steve, and a new logo.
Yeah, they'd even considered a name change, but decided to stick with the Raptors. But a chance perhaps to go with that bird of prey connotation rather than a dinosaur.
Raptors trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And Fields kicks to Sullinger. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Now here is Moncrief. He's got 5. Screen by Smith. Moncrief the pass to Smith. Clock at 6. That good for Moncrief on the assist by Smith. Moncrief's got 8.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Now here's Dragic. The pass to Mr. Moves. Kicks it to Sullinger. Pass to Dragic. Shot, high post, and he gets it to go. 8 points for him.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Well, Jared Sullinger grew up with the game. His father was a demanding high school coach, and the word is that Jared was actually doing footwork drills at the age of 2. Shooting regulation free throws by 3. You see how strong he is, and he's got a great IQ and skill for the game.
DeMarre Carroll's checked in for the Raptors. Raptors on defense. It's a 3-point game. There's the dish to Moncrief. Working the ball around now. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. And Sullinger's father coaching into a state title his junior season at Northland High School.
Yeah, Satch, one of the outstanding high school coaches in the state of Ohio, enjoying retirement now. And, you know, the season prior to that, they'd been eliminated from the playoffs after his father, Satch, sat Jared down for failing to turn in a school assignment. He was sending Jared a message, no shortcuts, athletically or academically. Message was received.
Absolutely. Now here's Moncrief. 8 points for him. And that one's good.
And he's shaking off a poor first-quarter shooting effort. And he's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Moncrief against Dragic. He kicks it to Fields. 6 to shoot. There's a good screen. Passes it to Mr. Moves. Fires the 3, but they'll get another chance. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here are the Pistons with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Smith outside. Here's Radja.